Have you ever wondered how apps like Netflix or Instagram survive millions of people logging on at the exact same time without instantly crashing? While these services look different from the outside, they are all built using the exact same structural patterns. This is system design. As shown, it's drawing a digital blueprint before writing code, much like an architect drawing a house before pouring concrete. Understanding this blueprint removes the mystery from software engineering. It shows building the largest platforms is really about following practical, consistent rules. The most complex digital services are built by snapping together individual components, much like Lego blocks. This diagram lays out an end-to-end architecture. From the browser to the database, you can see 13 distinct building blocks handling requests. As the tip box points out, developers use these same simple pieces for every project. They just arrange them differently. Recognizing these individual blocks reveals the underlying logic behind the apps you use every day. Let's start with traffic. When thousands of people try to use an app at once, a single computer can get overwhelmed and shut down. To prevent that, we use a component called a load balancer. Looking at this illustration, it acts like a receptionist at a busy hotel. It greets all incoming traffic and directs each visitor to the next available server, keeping everything moving smoothly. If the workload grows, we have two ways to scale the system. We can scale up, like buying one massive truck for our cargo, or we can scale out, buying lots of smaller trucks to share the load. Handling growth is rarely about writing more complex code. It's usually about choosing to add more of those smaller trucks to intelligently widen the lanes on the digital highway. Next, we have to talk about speed. When you open a profile, you want the picture to load instantly. This introduces a tool called a cache. This doodle explains it well. A cache is like keeping snacks on your desk. Because it's close, you don't have to walk to the kitchen every time you want a bite. For everything else, the system looks in the database, our permanent storage. As this graphic shows, we can store data in strict, highly organized spreadsheets called SQL, or in more flexible folders called NoSQL. Apps feel fast when developers find the right balance between the quick access desk and the organized back room. Now imagine millions of these requests happening all at once. Background tasks like processing payments or sending emails can quickly pile up. To organize the work, we use a message queue. Look at this drawing of a chef. A queue works just like a restaurant ticket rail. Instead of shouting orders at the kitchen staff, requests wait in a neat line to be processed one by one. Users place those orders through an API, which is essentially just a standard restaurant menu. It tells the user exactly what data they are allowed to ask for. Finally, we need a safety net. This is called high availability. As this sketch illustrates, an app designed with two engines can still fly safely even if one suddenly breaks down. Using these blocks, queues, APIs, and safety nets, is what allows a service to remain stable and reliable even under heavy pressure. Let's take these pieces out of the box and build something. This grid shows the blueprints for several famous types of apps. Let's look at number 2, a chat app. For a chat service, we need to send texts in real time, and we have to ensure no message is ever lost, even if the connection is spotty. Following this flowchart, we can trace the path. A text flows through a gateway, a digital entrance that keeps a steady line open to the user, then moves into a queue, and is finally saved into a permanent database. But there is a catch. What happens to that text if the person you're messaging has their phone turned off? This diagram shows the solution. At the if offline fork, the system catches the text and holds it in a queue. It then fires off a push notification to wake up the recipient's phone so the message can be delivered later. This complex feature is just a combination of the basic database and queue blocks we've covered. This same logic applies to every digital service you use, whether you're shortening a web link, calling a ride, or streaming a movie. Keeping this assembly running smoothly falls to specific teams. As this map shows, an engineer sits at the center of the system, using tools to monitor health and recover from failures without the user ever noticing. To help you keep track of these patterns, this reference sheet gathers everything from load balancing to databases onto one page. It's a map for the entire landscape. System design provides the framework to turn a good idea into a stable digital service. Now that you have the map, you can start building.